Okay, so the game proceeds even if you've let
Labor jeopardized.
even if you let other things back.
Priority message from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
A raid across the Romulan neutral zone has placed Starfleet Research Station ARC-7 in jeopardy. Proceed immediately to ARC-7 and determine the status of the station. Good luck, Jim.
All right.
Captain's log.
I said Arc 7, right? I think it's this one.
We have arrived at Arc 7. Romulan ship decloaking, Captain.
Message from the Romulan ship, sir.
Treachery. We are aware of Federation plans. Prepare to die.
They're arming weapons, Captain.
Raising shields.
Arming weapons.
Where is it? I lost it.
Target analysis on.
Where are you?
They activated a self-destruct device rather than be captured, Captain.
Resuming course to Arc 7, Captain.
That is cool. Oh, this is cool too.
Captain, there is an auto beacon broadcasting from the station.
Warning, warning. As per UFP Regulation 342-188564.3, Paragraph 3, this base is currently under a Class 3 biohazard alert. All personnel are ordered to stay away from this base unless they are part of a biohazard response team.
Captain, sensors indicate a breathable atmosphere in the space station. It seems that whatever Arc 7's intentions, it managed to create a biohazard that is deadly to Romulans. 17 humans and 10 Romulans are on the station. The humans are all in perfect health, so it seems we can beam over without any fear of contamination.
Message from Arc 7, sir.
I am Centurion Ardea Preax of the Romulan Empire. We have discovered your genocide factory here and have summoned help to destroy it. Our lives will not be sacrificed in vain.
Captain, the shields are up. Lowering shields, Captain.
Disarming weapons.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the con.
A Romulan bird of prey hovers menacingly on the view screen. A Romulan bird of prey. This is a heavily secured door leading to another section of the station. Its access code has been breached. This is a standard door leading to another room on this deck. This computer terminal is linked into the station's main computer. It is currently running an open file of log programs.
That sound effect, the click click, is from XCOM.
Nothing unusual here, Captain, though the station's computer may be able to tell us something.
Nice view of the Romulan ship. How comforting.
Spock, check out the station's computer and see what you can dig up.
Dr. Marcus Log. Supplemental. Continued testing of the Ouroboros virus confirms its potential harmful effects on Romulan Vulcan humanoids.
Ouroboros.
As soon as the spill has been cleaned up, we will sterilize both labs and purge the circulation system to make sure no traces of the virus will remain viable. Then all research files must be erased. We must leave no chance that this terrible accident will ever be repeated.
Doctor, you may be interested in the medical data file appended to the log.
Now that's interesting. There's more here. All of Dr. Marcus' research data on the Ouroboros virus. Let me see. Virus growth patterns. Pneumococcal mimic affecting Romulo-Vulcan genotype. Alveoli involvement in... Boy, Jim, this bug works fast.
Is this really the time to catch up on your reading, Doctor?
Now listen here, you pointy-eared...
Gentlemen, I think we have more pressing problems.
Jim, there is an appended medical database online. Also, it would be useful for me to experiment on how the virus grows in the presence of different gases. I'm sure the station has the necessary equipment.
Isn't Ouroboros the name of a virus, I think, again? From Resident Evil 5? Or all of them? Alright, so I guess we're going to the other places. What the frick is that?
A device to accelerate neutrinos. Not much good for anything else. This is a large engineering safety door with heavy shielding. Its entry codes seem to be breached. This device is used for the rapid reproduction of virus cultures in the presence of suspected anti-agents. This is a standard door leading to another room on this deck. This is a large refrigeration unit. This is a distillator used to isolate specific compounds from raw material.
Okay, yeah, I remember that symbol. I think it was from Resident Evil 2. I mean, as in TOO. But... interesting.
This is a research lab with lots of expensive equipment. This is an access ladder. It appears to lead to the next deck below.
A Hawking neutrino accelerator. It is one of the finest in production today. A Crygelion-2 basic compound distillator. Excellent piece of equipment for reducing complex materials to their basic compounds. Residue of a viral agent is still within the chamber. Residue of a viral agent is still within the chamber. It is a standard research lab. There are multiple culture samples of the virus within the freezer, Captain.
There's nothing there requiring a ship. There's nothing there requiring a ship.
Haha, someone coughed.
An RDAC 1000. The last word in molecular replication, one of the most advanced pieces of scientific equipment ever constructed.
It would take us several hours to get this machine working, Captain. I do not believe we will need it. The synthesis chamber should be able to give us what we need.
A gas tank marked H2. A gas tank marked O2. This is a synthesizer used to combine and replicate chemicals and form new compounds. This particular model has twin gas feeds. This is a storage cabinet. A small field effect anti-gravity unit useful for moving things too heavy to lift and carry by muscle alone. You fail to obtain anything. You take the anti-grav unit.
I like how everything that opens and closes has the same sound. Makes the same sound. That's funny.
This is a science lab. It's a standard adjustable metric socket wrench.
That's huge.
You pick up a large wrench.
Yeah.
This is the engineering center for the ARC-7 space station. Turbines of a Cochrane 500 class fusion drive, manufactured over a century ago on Alpha Centauri.
I didn't realize that they use these old fusion reactors anymore.
Actually, Doctor, as Mr. Scott would tell you, the Cochrane 500 is renowned for its reliability and perfectly suited for a station of this size.
Hey, this thing's real old, isn't it?
This is an engineering access panel allowing repairs to be made to the interior wiring in the equipment. You need something to pry this open. The panel is open. You see vast quantities of dust and stripped insulation from wiring repairs made to the console in the past.
A prime source of raw material for TLDTH gas. A prime source of raw material for TLDTH gas.
Can you take it?
You grab a handful of insulation. Weak muscles. Scrawny security officers can't budge equipment. No problem. Just use this handy anti-grav unit. Wiring repair jobs sometimes make a mess. This insulation was left over from someone who thought their repairs good enough. This is a service access panel permitting used up or worn materials to be replaced. The panel opens. You see a gas tank labeled N2 with its feed lines running deeper into the wall.
Nothing to report, Captain.
The chamber is empty.
Nothing to report, Captain.
This refrigerator has a number of specimen dishes inside. You take the Ouroboros virus culture.
Is that safe?
You take the Ouroboros virus culture.
Jim, these viral cultures are alive. I can use them to work on a cure.
Okay, how?
The seals on these dishes are intact, but that's all I can determine.
Jim, this lab is incredible. What I wouldn't give to have some of this equipment on the Enterprise. It's what I was afraid of, Jim. I think Spock is getting worse.
What are you talking about?
It's what I was afraid of, Jim. I think Spock is getting worse.
Worse? Why? When did he have a problem?
Mr. Spock is thinking about chemical formulas.
Is Spock sick?
Nothing to report, Captain. This is a very well-equipped laboratory, Captain. Perhaps Dr. McCoy could be of some use here.
Oh, it's the same room. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So where is it? How do you access the rest of the base?
They have distilled a quantity of polyberyl carbonate.
Cool. Why?
This container contains polyberyl carbonate produced from insulation.
Watch out, sir. It looks like the Romulans have taken control of the lower decks.
Load a previously saved game.
Wow! Okay. A bit of Sierra there. Okay. The good thing, guys, I remember most of the things.
This chamber is where virus samples are placed. This nozzle is where anti-agents are placed.
How can we find an anti-agent?
Residue of a viral agent is still within the chamber. Residue of a viral agent is still within the chamber. A Hawking neutrino accelerator. It is one of the finest.
Okay. So probably have to find an anti-agent. How do we find an anti-agent?
This container contains polyberyl carbonate produced from insulation.
Can you use that one?
That nozzle is for anti-agents only, Jim.
We cannot go down the ladder.
Dr. Marcus Log. Supplemental. Continued testing of the Ouroboros virus confirms its potential harmful effects on Romulan Vulcan humanoids. As soon as the spill has been cleaned up, we will sterilize both labs and purge the circulation system to make sure no traces of the virus will remain viable. Then all research files must be erased. We must leave no chance that this terrible accident will ever be repeated.
Doctor, you may be interested in the medical data file appended to the log.
Now that's interesting. There's more here. All of Dr. Marcus' research data on the Ouroboros virus. Let me see. Virus growth patterns. Pneumococcal mimic affecting Romulo-Vulcan genotype. Alveoli involvement in... Boy, Jim, this bug works fast.
Is this really the time to catch up on your reading, Doctor?
Now listen here, you pointy-eared...
Gentlemen, I think we have more pressing problems.
Jim, there is an appended medical database online. Also, it would be useful for me to experiment on how the virus grows in the presence of different gases. I'm sure the station has the necessary equipment.
Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk to Enterprise.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Kirk out.
What did he mean by online?
Spock, check out the station's computer and see what you can dig up.
Please select subject file. Ouroboros virus.
Okay. Guess I was lucky.
TLTDH gas. Nitrous oxide. Ammonia. Dihydrogen oxide. Exit database. Ouroboros virus. Ouroboros virus. Atypical growth patterns for L-type virus. Opportunistic pneumococcal mimic affecting Romulo-Vulcan genotype. Etiology: contact or airborne vector with alveoli microcollapse. Involvement immediately upon exposure. Tissue dehydration follows pneumal flooding. Mortality: 0.6 in 1.0 stardates. 1.0 within 2.0 stardates. Treatment: none. Named for the mythic world snake that swallows its own tail. Please select subject file. Ouroboros virus. TLTDH gas. TLTDH gas. The chemical compound: tantalum, bilithium, phthalo, dihydroxide. Colorless, odorless, non-flammable, gaseous at 1 atm, and temperatures within a human norm. Early anesthetic among Vulcans and Romulans, in whom it produces laughter, feelings of exhilaration, euphoria, sometimes leading to unconsciousness. In post-industrial pre-spaceflight era, a social problem evolved when crude TLTDH became popular to cook up from non-conductive tantolithial compounds commonly used as electrical insulation. Please select subject file. Ouroboros TLTDH gas. The chemical compound: tantalum, bilithium, phthalo, dihydroxide. Colorless, odorless, non-flammable, gaseous at 1 atm, and temperatures within a human norm. Early and please select subject file. Ouroboros virus TL nitrous oxide, a colorless non-flammable compound, N2O, gaseous at 1 atm, and temperatures within a human norm. Early anesthetic among humans, in whom it produces laughter, feelings of exhilaration, euphoria, sometimes leading to unconsciousness. Please select subject file. Ouroboros virus TL nitrous ammonia, a colorless pungent compound, NH3, a common byproduct of metabolism in carbon-based life forms, liquid or gaseous at 1 atm. Compounds widely used in agricultural, medical, and industrial applications. Please select subject file. Ouroboros TN nitrous ammonia, dihydrogen oxide, a colorless, tasteless, non-flammable compound, H2O. Water, liquid, solid, or gaseous at 1 atm. Temperature scales defined in most humanoid cultures by state shift of pure water. Please select subject file. Ouroboros TL nitrous oxide ammonia, dihydrogen oxide. Exit database. Ouroboros virus TLTDH gas. Nitrous oxide. Please select subject file. Ouroboros nitrous ammonia.
It is
Nitrous
N2O,
oxide ammonia.
NH3.
Colorless, please select sub Ouroboros exit. Ouroboros TLTDH gas. The chemical compound: tantalum, bilithium. Please select subject file. Ouroboros exit dihydrogen exit database.
Nice view of the Romulan ship. How comforting.
Okay, obviously we have to cook up something.
This container contains polyberyl carbonate produced from insulation.
Can you use it again? No. Can I?
Careful, Jim. That's a distillator, not a can opener.
I guess not.
N2 gas tank.
Nothing to report, Captain.
No.
You failed to obtain...
Don't. Let's save first.
The tank is large and heavy with its feed lines firmly attached. You fail to obtain... The tank is large and heavy with its feed lines firm...
Alright, can we actually... Even if we can pick it up with this, how can we cut the feeds?
The anti-grav unit hums and emits the stink of ozone before it fail-safes.
The unit cannot lift something fastened to the body of the station, Captain. The tank must be detached first.
Yes, I know, but how?
The tank detaches easily.
I guess this made it easier to replace the tank every so often, eh, Captain?
You attach the anti-grav unit to the gas tank. It can be moved freely.
It sure beats hauling it around on our backs, sir.
This is a service access panel permitting used up or worn materials to be replaced. A gas tank marked 8. This is a synthesizer used to combine and replicate chemicals and form new compounds. This particular model has twin gas...
Alright, so let's get some water, can we?
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
The can looks much too heavy to carry, sir.
Let's get the oxidant.
Nothing happens. You attach the anti-grav unit to the gas tank. It can be moved freely. You install the gas tank to the synthesizer's feed lines. Nothing happens.
Captain, I see the problem. The gas feeds are turned off. If you'll permit me...
Gas feed is on. The machine synthesizes a liter of ammonia.
I hope you don't want me to swab the deck with that, Captain.
I think we can set this aside and not worry about it.
You take a 1-liter container of ammonia.
Alright, it was NH3. What was the other one?
It's what I was afraid of, Jim. I think Spock is getting worse.
NH3. Ah, crap, I don't remember.
Gas,
We have no information on how to do this.
TDH gas. The chemical compound. Tantalum, bilithium, phthalo. Please select subject file. Ouroboros T nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide.
N2O.
A colorless non-flammable compound. N2O. Gaseous. Please select subject file. Ouroboros TL nitrous ammonia dihydrogen ammonia.
We got ammonia.
Dihydrogen ammonia. A colorless pungent compound. And please select subject Ouroboros T nitrous ammonia dihydrogen oxide. A color. Please select Ouroboros exit dihydrogen exit.
Alright.
I would not recommend removing the canister without turning off the valve.
You take a 1-liter container of...
So do you now have 2 of them? No.
Nothing happens.
What am I doing wrong here?
A loud hissing fills the room.
What? It just spread ammonia everywhere.
The machine synthesizes...
I hope you don't want me to swap.
I think we can set this.
What is wrong with my nose?
You take a 1-liter container of ammonia.
Ah,
Gas feed is off.
that's ridiculous.
You attach the anti-grav unit to the gas tank. It can be moved freely. You install the gas tank to the synthesizer's feed lines.
Can we use it now, or do we have to re-enable it?
Nothing happens. Gas feed is on. The machine synthesizes a liter of nitrous oxide.
Be careful with that canister, Captain. I think you would not care to fall under the effects of laughing gas in these straits.
Do you mean to say it's undignified, Spock?
It is, at the least, inappropriate for a starship crew on duty, Doctor.
You take a 1-liter container of nitrous oxide.
Okay.
This gold container holds 1 liter of nitrous oxide, also known as laughing gas.
Do you have water? No. Shall I try to use... There are only 3 items you can manufacture here, from what I remember.
This blue-gray container holds...
Alright, we have ammonia. Let's see if we can get some water. Perhaps we can need it. We can use it.
Gas feed is off. You attach the anti-grav unit to the gas tank. It can be moved freely. You install the gas tank to the synthesizer's feed lines. Gas feed is on. The machine synthesizes a liter of pure water.
A clean drink of water, but I don't see its application in the context of our difficulties, Captain.
You take a 1 liter container of pure water.
Okay.
You fail to obtain anything.
Can we open this?
The nozzle is empty.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
Okay, now what?
This device is used for the rapid reproduction of virus cultures in the presence of suspected anti-agents.
But I'm pretty sure.
You take the Ouroboros virus culture.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do.
The virus has spread to me, Captain. I suggest you concentrate your efforts on the problem.
You take the Ouroboros virus culture.
This is a very well-equipped laboratory, Captain. Perhaps Dr. McCoy could be of some use here.
I certainly see nothing there calling for a ship's doctor. This isn't the result I was hoping for, Jim.
Okay, so let's try the others.
Done. A loud hissing fills the room.
You look troubled, Captain.
We have to attach something to the nozzle first.
I did. Okay, fine. Try this one.
Eureka, this is it, Jim. There's not much, but all I need to do is synthesize some more, and we're in business.
How?
Eureka, this is it, Jim. There's not...
You retrieve the Ouroboros. Done.
Is this the...
This blue container holds 1 liter of water. This blue-gray container holds 1 liter of ammonia. This is Dr. McCoy's cure for the Ouroboros toxin.
Jim, we need to synthesize more to make a serum before we can use it.
Thank you. How's life? Are you okay?
You take the Ouroboros virus culture. Gas feed is off. You attach the anti-grav unit to the gas tank. It can be moved freely.
Ooka, ooka, ooka.
Try taking deep breaths to clear your heads.
You install the gas tank to the synthesizer's feed lines. Gas feed is on.
Okay, I'm trying to remember how to make... What was the other one we're trying to make? Was it N2O? Perhaps. Oh.
The machine synthesizes a liter of nitrous oxide.
Be careful with that canister, Captain. I think
Do you mean to say...
it is at...
No, it wasn't that.
You take a
Okay.
1-liter container of nitrous oxide.
I think we're all feeling just wonderful.
I'm trying to be patient, Captain.
Okay.
Row, row, row your boat. Oh, come on, Spock.
I don't believe you'd behave like this if you could avoid it.
Thank you. Have fun. Bye bye. Right. Have to go to the computer again. I don't remember the other one.
Spock, check out the station's computer and see what you can dig up.
Please select subject file. Ouroboros TL nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide. A colorless
N2O.
non-flammable compound. Please select subject file. Ouroboros TL nitrous ammonia dihydrogen oxide.
N2O.
Dihydrogen. Please Ouroboros. Ouroboros. Please select Ouroboros. Exit.
Right. N2O. N2O. N2. N2O. I did that.
This blue-gray container holds 1 liter of ammonia.
Eureka, this is it, Jim. There's not much, but all I need to do is Hey, Spock, old buddy, old friend. You look so funny standing there.
I don't believe you'd behave like this if you could avoid it.
You retrieve the Ouroboros cure sample.
So now do you have 2 of them? No, you still have 1. Okay, so you have to replicate it somehow. Okay, the solution is very simple. Pete. Just my brain isn't at the best. This is the one that...
An RDAC 1000.
Replication,
The last
yeah.
word in molecular replication, one of the most advanced pieces of science.
It would take us several hours to get this machine working, Captain. I do not believe we will need it. The synthesis chamber should be able to give us what we need.
Synthesis chamber? Which is the synthesis chamber?
This is a research lab.
Try taking deep breaths to clear your heads.
A device to accelerate neutrinos.
Ooka, ooka, ooka.
I'm trying to be patient, Captain.
I don't know, can you use it here?
Careful, Jim. That's a distillator, not a can opener.
Nothing happens.
Fascinating, Captain. But it doesn't appear to get us any closer to our goal.
Oh, sarcasm. Get name error. Hey, I made it. I glitched another game. I'm good at it. I'm very good at it. Thank you. Thank you.
You retrieve the Ouroboros virus cure sample. This is a synthesizer used to combine and replicate chemicals and form...
I cannot open this, can I?
You fail to obtain anything.
I fail to see the lot.
I certainly see nothing there calling for a ship.
This is not it. This is not it. This is not it. This is not it. Get name error again? Oh, great. This is not it. Can I go that way? No, what about this way? No.
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
Please, gentlemen, try to control yourselves.
This is a synthesizer used to combine and replicate chemicals and form new compounds.
But I cannot
This
use it
particular
there. Can I?
Fascinating, Captain. But it
No.
doesn't...
Nothing happens.
Get name error again. Fantastic. Yep, I have broken another game because that's what I do.
Game over. Load a previously saved game.
I think we're all feeling just wonderful.
I don't believe you'd behave like this if
Yeah.
you could avoid it.
This is a synthesizer used to combine and... This is the door to the synthesis chamber.
In principle, Captain, this device is quite simple. When this chamber is empty and gas tanks are attached, it will combine the gases to make new compounds. If chemicals are placed in the chamber, the machine will combine them with the gases to create new materials.
Next, he'll tell us the DNA molecule is simple.
Compared to many molecular models, it is, Doctor.
I rest my case.
Why didn't I get this option earlier when I clicked on this? But I tried this before, didn't I?
Hey, Sparkle, buddy, old friend. You look so funny standing there.
I don't believe you'd behave like this if you could avoid it.
Alright, so let's use McCoy, I guess.
The machine synthesizes a quantity of wet gray goo.
We must be doing something wrong, Jim.
Why? Get name error.
This nozzle is where
Alright. Okay, change the gas tanks to what? That's a question. Perhaps to water? Let's try water.
Gas feed is off. You attach the anti-grav unit to the gas tank. It can be moved freely.
Or perhaps I need to turn both of them off. Okay, let's try with water first.
You install the gas tank to the synthesizer's feed lines. Gas feed is on.
All right.
The machine synthesizes a quantity of wet gray goo.
We must be doing something wrong, Jim.
Okay. Now I'm gonna turn both of them off. I think that might work.
Gas feed is off. Gas feed is on. Nothing happens.
Hey, Sparkle buddy, try.
Gas feed is off.
Are they both off?
Gas feed is on.
Perhaps they have one.
Gas feed is off.
The moon in June's a moon to June's or something like that.
Try taking deep breaths to clear your heads.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. What do you mean nothing happens?
Nothing happens.
So I cannot have it off. It's not N.
I think we're all feeling just wonderful.
It's not H2.
I'm trying to be patient, Captain.
Not N. It's not NO. It's not HO. Might be an H, perhaps. It's not NO. Let's change it to water.
The machine synthesizes a quantity of wet gray goo.
We must be doing something wrong.
NO, HO. Let's try to remove the oxygen. Okay. What is that?
This is the door to the synthesis.
In principle,
Right. Can you pick that up, whatever it is?
You take the hypo with Ouroboros toxin cure.
Alright. Can we now use the cure?
There, you're now cured.
thank you, Doctor.
Finally, a human response.
Can you use it on me?
Nothing happens.
On McCoy?
Nothing happens.
On that guy?
Nothing happens.
Okay, I guess so only Spock needed it.
He's been cured of the Ouroboros virus.
What about us?
All life signs are normal. All life signs are normal. All life signs are normal.
Okay, so he just sings for some reason, okay.
I'm a little teapot short and stout.
Please, gentlemen, try to control yourselves.
So, what do we do now? We cannot go to the ladder because we'll get shot, right?
Row, row, row.
I don't believe...
Let's try this. Oh, we didn't get shot this time.
Jim, we've got to help these men before they die.
Why?
Jim, we've got to help these men before they die.
Yeah, okay.
Row, row, row your boat.
Oh, come try.
Oh, those are scars. I thought there was, or something. I thought there was blood.
The Romulans stir weakly, then begin to get up. They've all been cured.
They're severely dehydrated, but they'll live. We got to them in time.
Okay.
This door leads into another section of the base. This ladder leads back to the research lab.
Nothing to report, Captain.
He's infected with the virus too, Jim. They've been through a good deal of stress, but they're already starting to recover. Their heart rate is dropping and their blood pressure is also dropping. They've been through a good...
The Romulan Preax stirs weakly, then begins to get up. He has been cured.
He's severely dehydrated, but he'll live. The hills are alive with the sound of music.
Please, gentlemen, try to control yourselves.
The Preax remains silent, but glances between you and your tied-up companions.
Hey, would you please untie us?
Jim, it's you. Please untie us.
Dr. Marcus.
Thank God it's you, Jim. I'm so glad you came.
Get name error.
It's about time someone got here.
Oh, shut up.
Thank you for saving our station, Jim.
I have called off the Romulan attack on this station, Kirk. I believed your virus was some kind of deliberate attack, but your great honor and compassion have convinced me otherwise.
You also conducted yourself in the most honorable fashion, Centurion Preax. You may return to Romulan space without Federation interference. I assure you, the Federation would never undertake such a foul program. It was all an accident, right, Dr. Marcus? Save it for someone who's buying, Preax. Leave Federation space immediately or we'll scatter your atoms across the quadrant. You also conducted yourself in the most honorable fashion, Centurion Preax.
How?
You may return to Romulan space without Federation interference.
How did he do it in the most honorable fashion? He was an asshole.
I assure you, the Federation would never undertake such a foul program. It was all an accident, right, Dr. Marcus?
Well, actually, Jim, the Federation did try something similar. Well, much later, of course. But I like this.
Absolutely. We've already destroyed all cultures and purged the data files. This will never happen again.
You are an honorable adversary, Kirk. Jolon true.
You are also a worthy opponent, Praex. May you live long and prosper.
You'll never cease to amaze me, Jim.
Goodbye, Carol.
Goodbye, Jim.
Well, gentlemen, let's go home.
That's his wife, right? His ex-wife.
Message from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report on the problems at Arc 7 and evaluate your performance at 70%. You and your crew received 1 commendation points. A satisfactory performance, Captain, but there's still room for improvement.
I wonder if I'll see Carol again.
Well, if you don't, you can always drown your sorrow in some Romulan ale.
That's illegal, Bones.
Tell that to the Romulans, Jim. I found a whole case
I
they
bet.
brought on board the Arc 7.
It'll never replace Scotch, Captain.
That it won't, Mr. Scott.